Hello and welcome to another episode of the Construction Corner podcast. I'm Dylan. I'm your host. And today, guys, we are going to be talking about two very important things. One is what exactly makes up a professional services organization. And in that, we're going to be talking primarily about architects and engineers, but also contractors, right? Like the entire construction industry, we are pretty much providing professional services for sure on the architecture and engineering side, but also in as a contractor. You know, it is a professional service. Granting, you're also providing materials, labor, expertise on top of that. The other thing that we're going to talk about is customer service and what we need to do as a part of the construction industry to better serve our clients. So, without further ado, first, I want to talk about what is a professional service organization and what is it exactly that we do. So, professional service organization, as I'm going to define it, this is not like the Webster's Dictionary definition, but is one that offers advice, intellect, and knowledge. That is what we do, especially on the architecture and engineering side of the fence. We don't have anything physical to sell, right? We're not selling lumber, pipe, or wire, no mortar, no steel, nothing like that. Just paper, words, pictures, reports, and drawings, right? That is effectively what we are selling. So, why do people hire architects and engineers? Why do clients hire us to help them? Because our experience and expertise is in going through a construction cycle. Again, a lot of owners might only have done this a couple times, especially when you look at like schools, K-12 especially. You're not going to build that many high schools as a principal or a superintendent, more than likely. So this is going to be kind of a once in a lifetime deal for them. And then you get other clients on the very other end of that spectrum, especially like what we're doing in design build, where those clients are going to really, they've done this a ton. So they're also hiring your expertise to know how to get through this cycle on your side, right? Producing drawings and a great set of drawings at that. So they hire you for knowing the codes, how to run calculations, and obviously for our licenses to sign and seal drawings to get through permitting. Now, in professional services, when it comes to sales and marketing, there's one statistic that I'm going to say matters more than anything else, and that is return clients. Because by and large, those who buy from us are going to build again, whether our construct clients are contractors, architects, or institutional owners. So now, as an engineer, right, we have architects as clients, we have contractors as clients, and on occasion we have institutional owners, and by and large those are who make up as engineers the majority of our clientele. Now, for some of you, maybe you have like a land clearing business and your client could be real estate agents, it could be surveyors, it could be a few select clientele that really have a lot of repeat business and they keep buying from you over a long period of time. So again, there's a lot of repeat through the industry or referrals saying that, again, if you're building like K-12 schools or working in education, that one superintendent refers you to another for you to do their school next, right? That's the type of thing. Or in institutions that, like in healthcare, there's a lot of just recurring architects, engineers, right? They want the same design team and the same set of contractors for a lot of their projects so that they keep going back and working with the same people on project after project. So again, a lot of repeat business, and that's really just showing you how good you are is by how often your clients are asking you to come back for the next project and to work with them again. So in that, there's a few things that those clients require. One is expertise. We have to know our craft, know the code and regulations. And with them ever changing, with all the codes ever changing, we must too change and grow. We have to learn more, find new materials, figure out the new codes, what they mean, what they understand, what states and jurisdictions have adopted the new codes, and understand that as well. And to keep our firm on top, those who we empower to work with our clients must also be knowledgeable. They too must provide exceptional experiences for our clients. This means that the people that you hire, you need to train well before they ever interact directly with your clients, because we can't afford to lose clients. there really aren't enough to go around in our business. Since we deal with the top 1%, there's institutions, companies, and individuals who are wealthy enough to build a multi-million dollar building. Client retention is our ultimate goal, meaning that we must do a great job for our clients, provide exceptional expertise, and guide them through the process and help them make decisions, providing them options throughout the process. We can't just give them one choice and say, this is the path. We either need to say, this is the path and this is how we got here. Here were some other options, but we decided those weren't worthy, or you lay out the three options and the pricing to go with it. Again, it's not your money to spend, it is your clients. So give them the option to choose which path that they would like to go down. Some clients might prefer a more expensive option. Others might prefer a cheaper option and deal with the consequences later. That choice is ultimately and should ultimately be up to them. We are paid to know and paid to be right in our code considerations. But at the end of the day, those choices are for the clients to determine. We're paid to show documentation, to write it all down, to get answers and provide presentations, present those solutions to the owner. But again, the choice ultimately is theirs. Growth can only happen in our firms through showing what we can do for a client over and over again. It is a slow process that is achieved only through doing, through helping and providing what we say that we're going to do. Again, you can't prove to a client that you're going to do something until you actually do it, right? We can't prove it. We just need to show it time and time again. That ultimately builds trust and creates a strong foundation for us and our clients. Growth happens through word of mouth and good work over time. Only can you build a portfolio by actually building a portfolio, by doing projects for clients, having them get built, and really nothing going wrong. We have to show what we've done, and referrals only come through the work that we've done. And those referrals come from clients who we do work for, them talking to another client and having a good impression of us and who we are. Because the pace of construction is slow, this does take time, and eventually it blossoms into something larger than you ever thought it could be. Again, snowballing downhill. In construction, your reputation is ultimately everything. It is your brand, it is who you are, it is how you represent yourself in the marketplace. Can people trust you with millions of dollars? This is the unasked question that everyone is looking for an answer to. If they can't trust you, then why would they choose to work with you? But if they can, then it is going to be a lasting relationship, because this type of trust does not come easy. It is earned over time, but lost in a moment. So do everything that you can to be right and provide clients with the best service and best options, because they will have to live with it. It is not your house. It is not your building. It is not your office or manufacturing plant. It is theirs. So give them the choices that they need to make good selections, right? There are some things that owners don't get a choice in, like sizing wire or circuit breakers or conduit size, but how we run them, where we run them, overground, overhead or underground, right? Those are choices that they can make. Do you want a generator, or do you want everything to be on batteries? Do you want HVAC systems to be with chillers, or do you want an all air system, right? Do you want water and piping or not, right? Those types of choices are ultimately for your clients to make. And this message is for me as well as for you, to continue to do excellent work and let the quality of your work speak for itself, and understand that it takes time to build a portfolio. It's taken me over 10 years to cross $1 billion in commercial construction projects and buildings. So having patience for your firm to grow while simultaneously looking for opportunities and new clients to partner with along the way, helping them makes their lives better and easier as a result of working with you, because our growth is dependent on our clients. We grow if they grow. It needs to be a win-win. That is this episode of the Construction Corner podcast. And until next time.